Mookie Betts impresses the Scribes by putting on his shoes. The Kings think of the future, and the future is Russian. And Lamar Odom is living somewhere, but it damn sure ain't his house. Good morning. I'm James. And this is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It's June 2nd, 2025. It is morning in Portland. And if you listen closely, you can hear the leaf blowers pushing the syringes from the sidewalk to the gutter. Cleanliness matters, folks. Now, if you'd like being in the know about LA sports, click the like button. Click the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. By all means, comment. Before we go through the news and notes, a look at the scoreboard. Yankees 7, Dodgers 3. Congratulations to the Yankees on once again avoiding a sweep by the Dodgers. Well done. And by the way, and this time, they didn't need two Goombas assaulting Mookie Betts on a foul ball to avoid the sweep. So again, well done. Well done. The gap is closing. By the way, Phoenix 85, Sparks 80. Once again, we are asked to wonder, we are forced to ask if the Sparks are any good super early in the WNBA season. Now, that's if you give 1/10 of a damn about the WNBA. By the way, the Sparks are 2-6. Meanwhile, today, the Mets are at the Dodgers at 7 because, after all, we can't get enough of the flotsam and jetsam of New York. And what do you say we get to the news? Mookie Betts can put on his shoes, guys. And the press reacted like it was breaking news. Like they were staring at him with wonder. Like Mookie Betts was 5 years old, learning how to tie his laces for the first time. Like they were going to post TikToks of him doing it with, "Aw, isn't that cute?" Now, it is kind of a thing because Mookie Betts broke his toe a few days ago. He missed the Yankees series. He has said, by the way, that he has only taken over-the-counter meds so far to deal with the pain, and that he's currently able to walk pretty normal. Moreover, he's now saying that he wants to play in a couple of days. I don't know if that's going to happen. This is the second time this year that he has missed games due to something. You might recall he had a weird virus that caused a disturbing weight loss at the beginning of the season. Also, Betts confessed that he broke the toe by getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. "We all have done it," he said. "No, sir, we haven't." Love Mookie Betts. I own a Mookie Betts jersey. But if I broke a toe every time I had to go pee in the middle of the night, they'd have amputated my feet by now. So, no. Just saying. By the way, now it is time for your daily injured Dodger pitcher update. Luis Garcia became the 15th Dodger pitcher to go on the injured list this year. 15. And I guess they're going to commission another blue collar panel for that. Now, in this case, he strained an adductor muscle over in Cleveland. The adductor muscle, in layman's terms, it's groin adjacent. And we have a very strict don't discuss men's groins policy here at Faithful Angelenos, so we'll leave it at that. As for other injured Dodger pitchers who may or may not be coming back soon, Emmett Sheehan, who is one of about, 5,000 pitchers who needed Tommy John surgery since Mark Pryor became the pitching coach, he made a rehab start in the Midwest Manure Pit, Oklahoma City on Sunday. Sheehan threw 3 scoreless innings, 5 strikeouts. Also, reliever Michael Kopech pitched in the same game. It's a scoreless inning. Dave Roberts said he thinks the team will get Kopech back this week. Now, to be clear, it's not because Kopech has been killing it in AAA. His ERA there is 15.63. Unfortunately, when you notice how destroyed the bullpen looks now, that pretty much means Kopech is qualified to close. So lots of Dodgers news to start off our week. Let me know what you think in the comments thread. The Kings have signed a guy that I have always wanted to see play in the NHL. Not because he's any good, I have no idea. But Kirill Kirsanov is just a badass name. Kirill Kirsanov. And it's even more badass because whenever I read about the guy, I never see the R in his first name. It's just Kill. Kill Kirsanov. And he is Russian, by the way. So you figure with a name like Kirill or Kill Kirsanov, this is a guy that just can't wait to go to war against other Euros simply for bloodlust. And I approve. That sounds like a hockey player to me. Now, LA drafted Kirill in the third round back in 2021, but he's been playing ever since in the KHL, which is widely considered to be the second best hockey league in the planet. He's likely going to the Kings minor league affiliate in the IE to start the year, which frankly looks like modern day Ukraine. So I'm sure he'll feel right at home in Ontario. How soon he gets to the NHL is anyone's guess. There is a story out there that Lakers legend and Clippers missed opportunity Lamar Odom has been forced out of the home he was renting. He owed about $45,000 in rent, which is just enough for the court system in LA to take notice. Now, I've always liked Lamar Odom's game. I even saw him when he was with the Clips. And he did win a couple of rings with the Lakers. So I don't want to come off as mean, but we have to once again recognize Lamar Odom as a lesson to the next generation of men in this world. And that lesson is certain women are kryptonite to masculinity. You think they're going to be good for a one-nighter, and next thing you know, your entire life is in shambles for decades. Can't get it out of the system. And by that I mean he married a Kardashian. Kardashian butt ain't worth the hassle. Look at all the bad things that happened to Lamar Odom ever since he got hooked up with Kardashian butt. Kardashian butt ain't worth it. Kardashian butt never was worth it. And by the way, especially now, because they're all old and they've probably all had their hips replaced anyway. Stretch marks ain't nothing compared to surgical scars, guys. Now look at the trail of dead that all of those clout-chasing broads left in their wake, right? Lamar's probably homeless for all we know. Travis Barker had more bones in his body shatter than Evel Knievel. Kanye West can't decide whether or not he needs to go to church or a meeting of the Third Reich. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you've stopped listening to Kanye. Maybe you looked at Travis Barker and said that guy deserves to have every bone in his body broken. I don't know. But I don't think Lamar Odom deserves everything that he happened ever since he started fooling around with a Kardashian. Let this tale of his life be a lesson to you guys. Date a broad like that, the end is near. Or, as somebody wiser than me once put it, shank a skank, lose your bank. Life hack. LAFC is getting screwed. And I'm by no means an LAFC fan, but I am about fair play. LAFC qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup and was rewarded with exactly 0 home matches. Not only 0 home matches, they're not even going to play any of these pool play games on the West Coast. So if you're a supporter of the black and gold, and if you want to see your club try to make an impact on the world stage, it's going to cost you. you need to take 2 weeks off from work. The first match is with Chelsea. It's in Atlanta. Then you're going to play some club called Tunis in Nashville. And then Flamengo over in Orlando. Now, you could rent a car to save some money during this trip once you land in the ATL. Nashville and Orlando, though, are a bit of a drive, but you could do it. The whole thing, just one guy, I think it would cost you, from what I estimated, about $2,000, provided you didn't do something stupid like go to Disney World or chase women in country bars. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a hard time avoiding me some drunk women. I always have. They always get me. I never could avoid them. But as for Orlando, if you're a grown-ass man standing around Disney World by yourself, you need therapy. The upshot is, if you want to see LAFC, you're going to be out $2,000 if you go to all 3 games. We all know how much Mick Cronin preaches defense over at UCLA basketball, right? And by preach, I mean throw a temper tantrum where he blames everybody but himself when the Bruins lose. But to his credit, he will try to solve roster problems in the transfer portal. Now, if you recall, the Bruins last season, they were eliminated in the NCAA tournament by Tennessee. And Tennessee sank about half of their 3-point attempts, while UCLA was just 3 of 23 from beyond the arc. I bring all of this up because a couple of days ago, we were talking about the guards that the Bruins let go. Dylan Andrews, Sebastian Mack, right? And they bring in Donovan Dent, which is great. But I was running it in my head. Is one guy alone really better than the both Andrews and Mack? Right? Now, Dent did sink 40% of his threes, but is that enough? And then I reconsidered that again and looked at the portal haul overall. There's a guy named Jamar Brown, formerly of Kansas City, who also sank 40% of his threes. Now, if you look at last year's UCLA team, Tyler Bilodeau was the only Bruins threat from outside, really. Sky Clark a little bit too, but it was pretty much Bilodeau. And Bilodeau being the main threat from outside is a problem because he was also their main threat inside, and you can't be 2 places at once. So, is it possible, if you're a UCLA fan, is it possible that Cronin is taking a page from Tennessee's playbook? Right? I'm not suggesting Brown starts, but if you have Donovan Dent and Sky Clark almost shot 40% from 3. You have them outside on the arc. It seems to me you spread the court out a little more for Bilodeau in the post. And then if either Clark or Dent need a rest, you put Jamar Brown in and you don't really drop off that much offensively. Does that make sense? Either way, you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about Mookie Betts and the ability to tie shoes. And for that matter, what about Lamar Odom? And have you met a girl who is even worse than a Kardashian? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James, and we'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.